Hi everybody, we're back again. So this is project number 3 tonight. Let me just pull everybody up over here so I can see what everyone's chatting about. All right. Oh, we went somewhere funny there. There we go. Now I got comments coming up. So this is project number 3 tonight. This one is a fairly quick one because we're doing one color. So you'll see how you can create something pretty nice, pretty quick. So this is our natural burlap board. This is a Chalk Couture surface. A little fleck there. Gorgeous, gorgeous surface. And I think that this would actually be a gorgeous gift for a wedding gift or for a newly married couple or an engagement gift, anything along those lines, I think would be great. So this is a super easy project, pretty quick to do. We're working with a new transfer here. And I'm not going to fuzz this transfer because I'm working on a fabric surface. Alright. So let me get the edge of it here. So this is a new transfer. It's pretty sticky, but I'm going to be working on a fabric surface, so I'm not going to fuzz this one because I do want it to stick fairly firmly. Set that off to the side. And a little bit different than the other project you've watched me do tonight, it's very sticky, is I'm going to use ink on this one because we're working on the burlap surface. I might fuzz this a little bit because this one is truly sticky. My fuzzing cloth has gone for a little bit of a walk. So because I'm working on a burlap surface, and I'll show it to you in just a minute if you didn't get a chance to see it, if you're just hopping on, I'm going to use an ink tonight and I'm going to heat set it. And this is a surface that I wouldn't re-chalk or change the design out on, and with the studding of the edge of it, I wouldn't even, you could paint it if you wanted, but I don't think that is something that I would do with it. So here's our surface here. Really nice finish to it, and it's a solid back to it, so it's different than working with a canvas where you it actually has a little bit of play there. Just get this flipped around. I don't want to stick it together. And we'll get it centered. I think this would be a perfect gift for a wedding, a newlywed couple, newly engaged couple. This transfer is, I believe it's just called Together. Sorry, A Life They Loved. Center it on here, get it to where I like it. I think that's pretty good there. And this is a really super quick project because we're using one color. We're going to use the ink, and then I'm going to heat set this after, and this will be a permanent design. And it's going to look super. Right, so we're using the ink tonight. To heat set it, I will use an easy press because I have one. Many crafters do have them, but you just use an iron at medium heat, and 4 minutes with parchment paper in between your design and the surface of your iron, and that will heat set it. And you'll know that it's set when you can run your hand over it when it cools, and it doesn't have a tackiness to the design anymore. So that's the heat setting part of it. I just want to see if I want to move that up a little bit. I think I might actually. Now that I'm kind of looking at it, I'm thinking my lettering, my verse is a little bit low. I think I might like it just a little bit higher there. I think that will do. All right. And you'll see how super quick and easy it is to create a wonderful piece of decor. The ink is a little bit different. It still has a thickness to it, but it has a very nice creamy consistency to it, like an oily base to it. I love working with the ink. It's just so easy to spread and a little bit different than the paste. You rarely have any issues with it thickening up when it hits the air. Of course it will dry out if you leave it open to the air, but it's not quite the same. The paste will dries a little bit quicker. Alright. And like I said, this is an easy, quick, gorgeous project. One and done. One color and done. I've been wanting to use this surface for a while. They've actually just reduced the price on these surfaces. They're beautiful, beautiful surfaces. This one is 12 by 18 and it is $14.99 US and $19.99 Canadian for this surface. Just taking all my excess off. All right. And we are done. Just make sure when you're working with ink, it's a little less forgiving. Make sure I don't have it on my fingers before I touch anything. Now, I can see a couple of areas, I'm just going to lay that back down, that I could just go a little bit heavier on. So I'm going to do that just at this E and the T. There. Oh, you know what? I don't think my eyesight is doing me any justice tonight. It looks like I've got it through, but it might be the light that I'm sitting under. Just want it a little bit heavier right here too. And you can just lay your transfer back down and just add to where you want it. Let me just see. Yeah, that's good. I'm happy with that. And I'm just going to do it here as well. I think it's my light above me or maybe the glare on my glasses tonight. Just going to make sure that's flattened out, no air bubbles under it. I just haven't pushed it through quite as firmly. Now I am wearing it, aren't I? Okay. There we go. I'll just put that into my water bath. You guys can't see it. It's under the camera. I'll just let that soak and that my paste will wash off that, no problem. Just don't want it to dry in my silk screening. Then it makes it just a little bit more challenging. All right, Let me get the dirt off me before I handle this, and I'll hold it up and I'll show you. So like I said, this was pretty quick, one and done. This is an ink that we used tonight. Oh, hi Bryce. This is Chalk Couture. Have you ever heard of that before? It is a series of products. You saw me use a transfer, and the transfer is different than a stencil because in the openings for the letters is actually a very, very fine silk screening. And you have the option to use ink like I've used here, or this is a regular paste that you can use on any other surface. Ink is, you can make it permanent. So I am actually going to, once this dries, I am actually going to heat set this, and it will be a permanent design. If I used ink on a t-shirt or a pillow cover, actually I can show you here. Let me just put this away because I will get it all over myself, I'm sure, and everything else. I just have a pillow sitting right here. I can kind of show you. I think I'm okay. So this is one that I used another transfer on, and you use the same transfers. You can use either the ink or the paste. The ink is going to make it permanent, and you can use the ink on any fabrics, anything that can be heat set with an iron or with ceramics or glassware, if you can, or even metal. If you can put it in an oven at 350 for 30 minutes and it can tolerate that, it will set the ink and make it a permanent design. So this one here, I used transfer, I used white ink, I let it dry, I heat set it, I used my Easy Press, but same difference to an iron. And now it's a permanent design, so I can throw this in the washer, I can throw this in the dryer, and I've lost my words. Nothing will have permanent design. So you can do t-shirts, you can do all kinds of stuff. So the paste, you're going to use the same transfers, and there's over 300 transfers. And you can actually use that on anything. You can use that on wood, metal, on chalkboards. If you're doing it on a solid surface like glass or a chalkboard, you can actually spritz it with water, remove your design, and then redesign on it. If it's a porous surface, like a wood or like a weathered wood where your color pigment is going to soak into it, then it's not, you can't remove it. But with wood, you can just paint over it and redesign on it. The transfers themselves are actually reusable. So I've just put mine into a water bath here, and as soon as I'm done my live, I'm going to take it out, wipe away my paste, and set it aside, and it will dry up, and the tackiness, the stickiness on the back will come back, and it'll be ready to go again. So it's fabulous. It's a fabulous product line. It truly, truly is. Truly is. Oh, hi Lane, thank you. Thank you. I love doing cushions. Actually, they were so popular at Christmas. I do workshops as well. And most of my workshops over the holiday time were people doing pillow covers. And they're a beautiful accent for Christmas where you can design it, or any season really, it doesn't have to be Christmas. But it's something that you can keep your decor fresh. Just keep changing it out. Keep the same cushion inside, change out the pillow cover for spring, summer, winter, holidays, fall, Christmas. And that's also the great thing about the rest of the product line is if you're chalking on a solid surface, the design is actually removable. And you can actually re-chalk and change up for a new decor. Let me show you that. So here, actually I haven't held it up yet. So this is what we did tonight. So this is actually, this will be a one-time use surface. I guess you could paint it up after, and you could sand the domes and that and give it a distressed look. But I did use ink on it tonight, And once this is dry, I'm going to heat set it. Hi Shannon, how are ya? And this will be a perfect design. And I absolutely love this verse, or this quote on the surface. I think it'd be perfect for a wedding gift or an anniversary or anything like that. I think, and we're heading right into wedding. I think this would be perfect for that. But let me just show you. I'll set that back here. This is something that I was actually going to redesign. So this is a chalkboard. This is something I did up last night, but I'm going to change it out, make something new. So I will show you how easy that happens. So the paste goes on wet, and this I'm talking about the paste, not the ink. The paste goes on wet, dries hard. So this is a chalk paste, but when it's dry, it's not smudgeable at all. I can just spritz it with a little bit of water, and that will soften the paste, the chalk paste. And then I'm going to use a board scraper. This is something new we've just come out with. It's fantastic, but you don't have to use this. You can use a washcloth or a cloth of any sort. We also have board erasers. I think mine's hiding in here. There. Mine is really sad looking. They usually look really pretty and white. But this is just a sponge with a little bit of a texture to it. And prior to our board scraper coming out in February, this is what we used, and it did a beautiful job. And it removes ghosting. But I'm going to use my scraper. I'm going to demonstrate for you. So you can see I've just put it onto the board, and there's the design scraping away. And this was the point where I committed to Chalk Couture. I thought this was fantastic. And I have big, beautiful chalkboards hanging in my home, and I just keep changing out the design with the season. And all my transfers are reusable, so I can have something for Christmas, hang it on the wall for Christmas, and then when we pass that holiday season, I remove that design and I put a nice winter design on. So you can always have a nice current design. That is the best. So actually, since I'm demonstrating with the chalk, why don't we put a design on this one too? Let me grab some paper towel. I'm just going to grab my board eraser and just kind of clean up any excess paste that I may have on that. I'm dripping everywhere. This is such a versatile product line, and you can always keep your decor fresh. And the best part is so many people aren't crafty by nature, but you're going to get a great piece of home decor every time. You don't have to be crafty, and I'll show you why. Okay, so I have a transfer just over here. I don't have it handy because I wasn't thinking I was going to use it, but just 1 second, I'll grab this transfer. So, kindness changes everything. So let's design this one, and I'll show you how the paste works. Really quite simple. So the transfers are a reusable transfer, as we talked about, and they have fine silk screening in the openings. I'll show you that on this one. And they have an adhesive backing to them. And that whole combination with the thickness of the chalk paste really gives you a fantastic result. So let me just hold that up. Can you see that it's not just a cut opening, it actually is a fine silk screening in it. And because it's a fresh transfer, so it's really, really sticky. But when you're going to put your transfer onto a solid surface, you want to add a little bit of fuzz or lint to the back side of it, just so it doesn't stick too firmly. You want to be able to lift it after without stretching your transfer. All right. I'll just lay that down on my board. Now you can chalk on anything, wood, metal, glass, walls, appliances, truly anything. And if it's a solid surface, you can remove the design and replace it with something else, or simply remove the design. A lot of people will use the kitchen type transfers and actually put a cute little saying on the front of the dishwasher, or put a menu on the front of their fridge, and we actually have handwritten markers that you could actually change the menu up each day. Yeah, sure you can. Absolutely, Shannon. Sure can. All right, so let's demonstrate something a little bit different. Let's do an ombre effect. That's kind of one of my favorites. And we're going to use one of my favorite colors too. So we're going to use the Couture Coral, my favorite color. And we're going to use some white paste. Okay. So I'm going to just push this paste through the transfer. And to do my ombre effect, I'm just going to kind of leave a ridge of paste just along the edge where I want to blend them. And I'm going to take another squeegee and start at the bottom and bring my Couture teal, sorry, did I call it coral earlier? Couture teal. And I'm just pushing it through the screening, and I'm going to bring it up here because I'm going to want to blend my colors here. Take off my excess. I want to get rid of any ridges. And just kind of bring it right up. Now I'm going to use my finger. I'm actually going to dip it in a little bit of water just to have a little more movement to my paste. And now I'm just going to use it, and I'm just going to blend the two colors together. This is actually kind of fun. Little finger painting. Okay. Now I'm all messy. And I'll take off any of my excess. And we will be done. Making myself messier as I go. Now we'll just lift our transfer. And crisp, clean result. So the thicker paste with the silk screening and the fact that your transfer sticks so firmly to the board is going to give you a super duper nice, crisp, clean lines. And there you have it. Isn't that kind of cool? So that is Chalk Couture in a nutshell. So, did you have any questions about that? You got to see the ink and you got to see the paste. And you got to see it be removed. So, that is, I think that's the best part about the whole product line. Like, there's so many good things, but the fact that you can just keep cleaning your surface as long as it's a solid surface. Chalk Couture has several rechalkable surfaces. I have the link above in the description if anybody wants to peruse through the catalog. You'll find the catalog there and you can see the different surfaces. We have lots and lots of colors in both the ink for a permanent design and the chalk paste. Chalk paste can also be permanent as well too. If you were to do a wooden sign, just spray it with a little polyurethane or varathane and it's sealed then. If I wanted to put something like this, but I still wanted the option to change out my design, say I wanted to hang this on my front door as a welcome sign. We have other ones that aren't necessarily framed, but using this for an example. If this is not sitting in the direct rain or snow or that type of thing, this design isn't going to go anywhere. It would have to have teeming rain down on it, and then that would start to loosen up your paste. So you do have the option if you wanted to work, say, with something like, say this is a rechalkable surface and the paste is nice and hard. If I were to incorporate this into a front door design, as long as it's a covered porch and it's not having direct rain fall on it, this isn't going to go anywhere. And then when I'm ready to change out my design, I can just spritz this with water, remove my design like you saw me do earlier, and this would be ready to be rechalked again. So it does give you a lot of options, but I still, if I wanted, I could spray this with a polyurethane and seal it and it wouldn't go anywhere. It would be a permanent design then. But I kind of like the option to change things out. Always keep the decor fresh. We do have the wonderful option to have a Club Couture, which is a monthly subscription. And that sends a size B transfer, which is the same size that we use to do this design, an exclusive design every single month to your door. And included with that is 3 chalk paste singles that are in colors that would complement the design. And every single month you can change out your design and have something nice and fresh. And the designs, even though they're exclusive, so no one else can ever buy them. Designers get them and the Club Couture members get them. So you always have something nice and fresh. The designs are always geared towards a holiday or the season, or they're always current, always on trend. And you have the option when you opt into the club to get a couple of surfaces, so then you have something to put your new designs on. This is actually one of them. This is the Aiden board. This is one of the top of the line boards. It's absolutely beautiful. Nice smooth chalkboard, absolutely gorgeous. You do have the option to purchase a Kickstarter kit, so you have a couple of surfaces that are going to match your transfers when they come in, so you're all ready to go. If you're interested in learning anything more about Club Couture, just type club in the comments. If this piques your interest and you would like to know more about becoming a designer and doing what I do, then just give me a comment, designer, and I will send you all the information. I actually have a great opportunity group that is one-stop shopping. It gives you everything you need to know about becoming a designer, and I can give you that link as well. And if you want some great deals on bundles and other products, I have a VIP group, and that's a great place to be too. So just type VIP and I will send you links to all the different areas. All right, so this is live number 3 tonight, and I think I'm going to call it a night. Thank you everybody for joining me, and I guess I will see you back on Monday night. I'm usually on about 8 o'clock, and hopefully you'll join us. Follow Simply Creative Chalking. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Hi, Crystal.